The Philippines is a nation steeped in rich traditions and superstitions, many of which are passed down through generations and remain integral to Filipino daily life. Among the most widely held beliefs are those surrounding luck, wealth, and financial fortune. These customs and practices, often rooted in ancient Filipino, Chinese, and Catholic traditions, are deeply embedded in Filipino society. Two prominent examples of these are the superstitions around sweeping the floor at night and the practice of scattering coins in the living room during housewarming parties. Both practices are considered symbolic actions intended to either invite prosperity or ward off bad fortune, reflecting a broader worldview that blends spiritual, cultural, and practical elements. One of the most pervasive superstitions in the Philippines is the belief that sweeping the floor at night brings bad luck. According to this widely held belief, sweeping after dark is seen as an action that could metaphorically sweep away wealth, good fortune, and opportunities from one's household. While this superstition may seem quaint or old-fashioned in modern times, it remains a significant cultural practice for many Filipinos, especially among the elderly and in rural areas. The origins of the belief in not sweeping at night can be traced to pre-colonial Filipino traditions, where people lived in small, tight-knit communities that were often guided by animistic and spiritual beliefs. In those times, the act of sweeping the home was not only practical, but also symbolic, as it was seen as a way to cleanse the living space of both physical dirt and unseen, harmful spirits. During the Spanish colonial period, the influence of Catholicism mingled with these indigenous beliefs, further reinforcing ideas around cleanliness and fortune. The practice of not sweeping at night, in particular, likely emerged as a way to protect against the unknown forces of the night. In traditional Filipino culture, nighttime has often been associated with mystery, danger, and spiritual activity, which may explain the reluctance to disturb the home environment during those hours. Sweeping is an activity that involves removing dirt and clutter, but in the context of Filipino superstition, it is believed that sweeping after sunset could inadvertently sweep away blessings. In this sense, sweeping is metaphorically linked to the family's financial standing, and disrupting the home's balance at night is seen as risky. For many elders, the act of sweeping away dust at night symbolizes the loss of wealth or the dispersal of fortune. This belief also ties into broader Filipino views on abundance and scarcity. In a society where the majority of the population has historically faced economic challenges, practices that are thought to protect wealth and secure financial stability are taken seriously. By refraining from sweeping at night, Filipinos are, in a sense, protecting their household from the possibility of financial decline or misfortune. While modern Filipinos may not adhere to this belief as strictly as past generations, many households still follow the practice out of respect for tradition or as a precaution. In contemporary urban settings, where life is fast-paced and influenced by global cultures, the belief in not sweeping at night has become more of a nod to cultural heritage than a strict rule. However, in rural areas or among older generations, the superstition continues to hold sway, and families might refrain from cleaning after dark out of an abundance of caution. Even among younger generations, there is a recognition that these customs form part of the broader tapestry of Filipino cultural identity. The adherence to this superstition can be seen as a way of honoring one's ancestors and maintaining a connection to traditional Filipino values, especially in the face of an increasingly modern and globalized world. Another common tradition in the Philippines that relates to attracting fortune is the practice of scattering coins around the living room of a new home during a housewarming party. This custom, often done by the head of the household or an elder, involves tossing coins into each corner of the room to symbolize wealth entering the home. It is believed that this practice helps ensure the new tenants' financial success and stability in their new living space. In Filipino culture, coins represent abundance, prosperity, and material wealth. The act of scattering them around a new home is meant to invoke blessings for financial success and security. Coins, particularly when thrown into the corners of a room, are believed to invite wealth to settle in the home and create a prosperous environment for the occupants. This practice can be seen as part of a broader set of rituals that revolve around new beginnings, much like the tradition of throwing rice at weddings to bless the couple with fertility and prosperity. In the context of a new home, the scattering of coins functions as a symbolic gesture to bring wealth and abundance into the life of the new residents, ensuring that their future in the new home is bright and successful. The practice of scattering coins is believed to have strong Chinese influences, reflecting the historical connection between the Filipino and Chinese cultures. For centuries, Chinese traders and immigrants have been an integral part of Filipino society, and with them, they brought a host of cultural and spiritual practices related to fortune and prosperity. In Chinese culture, the concept of feng shui emphasizes the importance of balancing energy in a living space to attract good fortune, and many Filipino housewarming traditions reflect this idea. In particular, the act of throwing coins into the corners of a room aligns with the Chinese belief that wealth and fortune should flow into a home and become anchored there. Just as feng shui practices are designed to create a harmonious and prosperous environment, the Filipino tradition of scattering coins serves a similar function, aligning the energy of the new home with the flow of abundance and success. In the Philippines today, housewarming parties are often accompanied by both traditional rituals and more contemporary celebrations. The scattering of coins remains a widely observed custom, even among younger Filipinos, as it is seen as a fun and meaningful way to bless a new home. Friends and family members often participate in the ritual, helping to scatter the coins or offering their own financial blessings in the form of gifts or tokens. Beyond the symbolic value of the coins, this practice also serves as a reminder of the importance of community and collective well-being. In Filipino culture, the success and prosperity of one family are often seen as interconnected with the fortunes of the broader community. By participating in the housewarming ritual, loved ones contribute to the positive energy of the new home, reinforcing bonds of friendship, family, and mutual support. The enduring nature of these superstitions and practices speaks to the deeply ingrained belief in the connection between actions, spiritual forces, and material outcomes. In the Philippines, where a significant portion of the population continues to face economic challenges, traditions that are believed to attract good fortune are highly valued. While modernity and globalization have transformed many aspects of Filipino life, cultural beliefs around fortune, luck, and financial success continue to play a crucial role. For many Filipinos, these traditions are not merely superstitions, but are seen as a way to exert control over an unpredictable future. Practices like refraining from sweeping at night or scattering coins during a housewarming offer a sense of security, comfort, and hope that financial success is within reach. The cultural traditions of not sweeping the floor at night and scattering coins during a housewarming are just two examples of the many practices in the Philippines that are deeply connected to beliefs around wealth, fortune, and prosperity. Rooted in a mix of indigenous, Chinese, and Catholic influences, these customs reflect the Filipino worldview that sees life as an intricate interplay between the spiritual and material realms. In both traditions, actions within the home are seen as directly influencing the flow of wealth and success. Whether by avoiding a task that could sweep away fortune or by symbolically inviting prosperity into a new living space, these practices illustrate the Filipino belief in the power of intentional, symbolic actions to shape one's financial destiny. Even in an increasingly modern world, these traditions remain a cherished part of Filipino culture, offering a way for people to connect with their heritage while also expressing their hopes for a prosperous future.